Yo, what is good? What is good? This is the official guide on how to mix indie vocals on FL Studio. I am actually an indie artist, as a matter of fact. Shameless plug. Stream the new album, you know, if you like some psych pop, some shit like that, it's nice. Alright, but long story short, I'm basically going to use one of my songs, Cool Kids, as an example of how to mix them. If you're trying to make dreamy, harmonic type vocals, then this is the video for you. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell for more tutorials like this. I do indie, rap, R&B tutorials, everything. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's get to the video, boys. Let's go. Alright, so we're in the lab right now. We have the song over here. Let me play you a little sneak peek, so you know what it's gonna sound like. Cool kids are running forward just to fall into last. Hey, yo! I told you, bro, don't sleep on me. We on the come up. So let me just get started right away with the vocal effects. I mean, you already know how to record. You're not stupid. Just raw vocals. It sounds like this basically. Cool kids are running forward just to fall into last. If you're wondering what kind of microphone I use a $100 Blue Yeti USB microphone. I recommend not using a USB microphone. I mean, it works well, and if you're on a budget, then this is ideal. I'm broke, so I can't afford anything better. But yeah, I do recommend one that you can connect to with an audio interface that doesn't require a USB, because those ones usually don't have any latency and the quality is supremely better. But if you're on a budget, I highly recommend this. So anyway, let's get started right away with the vocal effects. And for this case, I didn't use any auto-tune. Hey, I'm not fake, bro. I don't mean to brag, you know, like I guess I'm just nice with it. But anyway, man, the first thing that I used was a compressor. So these are the settings that I used. 0.0, just full on like threshold, a ratio of like 3 to 0 to 1. A soft type, release it about this. Just copy that basically. After that, we got Maximus, which we're gonna be using as a de-esser, and I use de-esser split band as the preset, which works very nicely. After that, you want a limiter, and I basically have the ceiling at -7.8 dB or 0.41 or whatever it says over there. Once you're done with that, I added a parametric EQ to remove the rumble and the low frequencies that cause like a lot of muddiness and just a lot of unwanted frequencies in the mix. So I have it over here, and the way I basically did is I chose any random marker. I went on type and I went to high pass, and then I chose order, steep, and just toggled with this so it doesn't peak for whatever reason, and juggled it between like sub bass and bass, because you still want bass in your vocals. You kind of want to juggle in between where it sounds best in the mix. Also, I'm only showing this to you a cappella because I know how it sounds with the beat, since it's already a released song. If you're editing your vocals, make sure to edit them knowing how it sounds on the beat and not just a cappella. There's an extreme difference most of the time between a cappella and with the beat, and you might like how it sounds a cappella, and then you put it on the beat and it's just is garbage. It's dog shit. So I already know how it sounds with the beat, so I don't need to edit it. Speaking of beat, if you want to know how I made the beat and how to make an indie type beat, the link is in the card wherever, and the link in the description. So then you want some saturation, which is like distortion, but in a good way. It makes your voice as crispy as possible, and I chose Soundgodizer, and I put it at about over here. So all I've shown you so far is how to make your vocals sound professional and crispy. This is without any extra gadgets and trinkets that usually go with indie music. So anyway, this is how it sounds, just normally raw, not raw, but just not extra. I'm running forward just to fall into last. And you can probably tell that I panned some of the vocals, like one on the left, one on the right, one a little less on the right, stuff like that, to make it sound as wide and expansive as possible. And once you're done with that, it's time to add your delay and your reverb, which are crucial. So for the delay, I had it at like a 34-35%, because if I add it all the way at 100, it's gonna sound way too loud and busy, and you don't want that. I did it on tempo sync. I put it at a 2:0 ratio. I put it on ping pong and panned it. Kept the stereo effect like that. lowered the level a bit to like a 60%. But that's basically how it goes, like that. And then you add the reverb, which is going to just make it sound as wide as possible. I added some stereo separation at like 19%. The wet I put at 67. The early reflection level at 97. The dry at a 77. And then I got some decay, 1 to 7, dampening, size. Just copy all of this basically. And then you can toggle around with it depending on how it sounds for you. Maybe you want a little less wet, maybe you want a bit more wet, whatever it goes. And when you're done, it sounds like how I showed before. Cool kids are running forward just to fall into last. Make me just a love what you wanted, so why isn't it better? I really thought that all you're talking wasn't true. I really like this song, man. Like I hope you find some interest to check it out, because I honestly really like it. It's a very personal song too, about loneliness and shit like that. But anyway, hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you need some more detail or whatever, make sure to leave a comment asking for any specific questions, and make sure to suggest video ideas of the type of tutorials you might need. I welcome any video types. I need, you know, content and I need content. But anyway, thank you so much for staying to the end. If you have, I appreciate you, and peace.